Welcome back to Hayes Tech ROM Reviews. This is another review, but this one here is of Temasek for the Nexus 9. This is going to be the last build of Temasek for the Nexus 9. He has moved on, he has given his tablet to his daughter, if I'm not mistaken. The developer has. And he is going to move on to a different tablet. So this is going to be the last build, and I figured I might as well get this out there while I can. It's a shame this is one of those ROMs that just runs and runs and runs. It is CyanogenMod based, and I mean heavily CyanogenMod based. It is basically true through and through CyanogenMod with many customizations. If you like AICP, Android Ice Cold Project, you would definitely like Temasek unofficial build. I'm going to go ahead and put a theme on this real quick. I don't like white. And yeah, it's I'm not going to go with a really dark theme. But you know, again, on the other hand, I don't want it to be just stock white. So we're going to go ahead and go with Nova. I really like Nova for the look of it. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that. We're going to go ahead and hit the home button. And I am going to clear, whoops, I'm going to clear everything out here. And now we'll go into settings. Now, for the theme part, you guys can see the drop down. They themed that very heavily with their custom icons. You know, it's got a rounded or kind of really cool look to it. That's another reason that I like the theme so much. Now, as far as like Play Store, stuff like that, you're not going to get a dark UI for your background. That's another reason why I always flash theme ready, you know, Google Apps. I always use the Dirty Unicorn TBO, you know, or theme ready. But I try to use the Dirty Unicorn ones just because I just think, I don't know, those are the ones I use. Anyways, we're going to go to About Phone. I'm going to let you guys see. This is for the Nexus 9. Android version 6.0.1. I am running the supplied kernel with this. I haven't flashed Sublime or anything like that. So I am running with the supplied kernel. I'm not sure if this kernel force encrypts or not. I did run the FED forced encryption disabler patch just to be on the safe side. And you guys can see there that this is CyanogenMod version Temasek, and it is August 18th unofficial. So just so you guys can see that, this is version 11, and so on and so on, and it is permissive. They give you a switch for that in the developer options to switch over, but under developer options you're going to find the advanced reboot, your root access, although I did flash SuperSU version 2.52. It's just that's the version I like to run if I can run it, if the ROM lets me or the kernel lets me. I try to run that version of SuperSU. If we scroll on down to drawing, you will see that you have the multi-window mode there. Make sure, of course, if you are new to Android, that under the developer tools or the debugging, you want to have Android debugging ticked on. That is going to save your ass if you hit a wall. And then if you go all the way down to the bottom, that is where they have the SE Linux permissive or enforcing mode. You can switch back and forth however you like, depending on the apps you run or your preferences. And then right up above that is the kill app back button. You can also set your delay. I have it set for the default setting, which is 2 seconds, just because sometimes if you don't have it set for that, you can inadvertently kill your last app without wanting to, just by hitting the back button. So I just wanted to let you guys see that. I'm going to go ahead. Now, this does not have like a custom settings section in it. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll up to the top and quickly go through just some of the quick features here. The sound and notifications. Not much to it. You guys can see there's the settings for that. Your advanced options. That's your settings for your advanced options. And then under other sounds, those are your other sound settings. So like, volume adjust sounds, if you want that to make a noise when you adjust your volume, turn that on. I don't want that, so I have it turned off. I am going to take, let me see, I'm going to go notification tone. We are going to go with none, just in case I do get a notification, I don't want it making any noises. And we will even turn this down. We will even turn it. Man, I can't talk. Alright, under display and lights, standard settings. You're not going to find much in here. You do have your cast, your dashboard settings if you guys use that, and I do. And I have mine actually set at 1. You guys can set it up for however you like. It comes flashed with 2. So I'll put it back on 2 so you guys can see how it looks, as it's flashed. And I am recording this in landscape mode or in tablet mode. That way you guys can see, because normally people are using this in tablet mode anyways. So I figured that's the way I would record it. Plus it fits people's screens a little better, just for a better viewing. Just for better viewing. Under your interface, you do have your wallpaper chooser. It's just you basically just go through, any wallpapers you have picked. If you just pick standard wallpapers, it's going to give you the option to just go through, your wallpapers or whatever. It does not come with custom wallpapers. That's a shame. I wish it did. I wish more ROMs would do that, but I don't know if they're trying to save space or whatever, but they just don't. You can change your LCD density here, font size, and of course you have your notification lights down below. The notification lights work, but you're just going to get white. That's just the way the Nexus 9 is. It's a shame. It's just a shame. It does come with Viper for Android. You don't have to install that. It's already pre-installed. Whether or not it's working, I don't know. I can't say for sure. I haven't tried it. I just flashed it this morning, set it up. You guys can post in the comments. Anybody that has tried it, you can let me know. How it works. Let's see. Buttons. These are your settings for your buttons. Your nav bar, nav dim, all that. Button tint if you want to tint your buttons. I guess I could do that since this theme just has white. Let's just go with a blue. That's nice. They all light up, or they all actually color, which is pretty cool. Some ROMs, you have some issues with that. You do have your double tap to sleep, recent long press, all that. These are your dim settings here if you guys use dim. It does come with Pi control. If you want to set up Pi control, this is going to be where you set it up at. Power menu. They actually have quite a few options for this being a CM based ROM. So kudos to them for that. There's your power button twice for your camera. Then, of course, on the volume buttons, you have your wake up device, playback control. All the other controls for your volume button are at the very bottom. Notification. This is going to be where you're going to get your heads up. I did not turn that off. I usually like to have that off while I'm making videos, just so I don't have, say, a text from my wife pop up with something on it that I don't want you guys to see. I usually turn that off. So that's where you're going to set all that up at. Security. Standard security options here. If you want to encrypt your device, this is where you can do it at. As you can see, I'm not encrypted, thank God. That's why anymore when I flash a ROM on my Nexus 9, unless it's Dirty Unicorn, um, I always flash that that Fed zip, and that stands for well, it's FED, or Forced Encryption Disabler. You can get it at the XDA thread either under the Nexus 9 or the Nexus 6. Both threads have it. But again, as you guys can see, your screen pinning's all the way at the bottom. I think. Didn't it say screen pinning? Yes. And it's just standard security features in there. Where we're going to find a lot of the custom settings are going to be the status bar and the Temasek spare parts. So we're going to hit the status bar first. Now, one thing I noticed about the settings on this, and I've seen this before, when you go down through and you set up your settings all the way at the bottom, it's actually going to duplicate it again. You're going to get all your settings again. So we're going to go through this. You have your clock settings, your time, your AM, PM if you want it, date, whether you want it normal, off, or small, whatever. Date format. They do give you the option to color. Thank God. I hate white in my status bar. But also what they do is they give you the option to change font size, which is kick-ass. There's nothing I hate worse than font that is so small. Why even have it there if you can't read it? And this gives you the option to put it to whatever you want. I normally run it at 18. I had it in landscape mode, so I figured I'd go up to 20. 18's fine for me. I could actually get down to 16, or even 14 would be good. Battery status style, I have mine hidden. I'm running with a battery bar. The 3-minute mod does not work with this ROM. So if you want to throw the 3-minute mod on here, you are either going to have to compile it yourself, or if you know somebody that knows how to do it, have them make you a zip so you can run your 3-minute mod. You do have the battery bar options. I love that. That is another reason I have my battery hidden, because I'm running with a battery bar. No sense in having both of them up there. You do have your temperature control. It does work, as you guys can see. But when you set this up, it's not going to show until you get your weather location set up. Once you set up your weather location, your temperature is going to pop up all on its own. They also give you the option to change the size of that and the color, which is kick-ass. Again, I'm telling you, I love this ROM, and it's just a shame that this ROM is done. This is the last build for it. You have your brightness control, network traffic, again under network. You can color that as well. Notification count, your headset icon, super user icon, all that. You can pick and choose whether you want them to show in your status bar or not. And then you have your status bar icons. Here is where you pick and choose what you want to show as far as system, icons popping up. Your cast, like I'm doing a video record right now, so if I'd have that on, you notice it says cast up there. I'm not casting, but since I'm recording a screen recording, it shows up as cast. So I usually have that hidden. Same way with hotspot. This is a Wi-Fi only tablet, so I'm not going to run a hotspot, but that's where you would do all that at. Let's see. Next up is going to be the status bar header. You can change your font style if you guys want to do that. I'm just running with normal. It does come with the custom header feature, which is cool. And under that, your images are default, modern, and poly HD. The default looks like this. I showed you modern, and the poly HD looks like that. Yuck. But everybody's got their own preference. I like the modern look. That's what I go with. You do have the header image shadow, and I'll show you. I'm just going to do this to make it really look drastic. I'm going to put that at about close to 80%. Notice how dark it got. I'll make it even darker. all that does is basically darken up the header image. Next up is quick settings. You have your number of quick setting, your rows, your tiles per row, animation. I have mine on rotate. You can flip it if you want, or have nothing at all. I do have it set up for super fast. Thank you very much for that. I do like the super fast as opposed to fast. Just my preference. And then of course the interpolar. I'm on linear. I have tried the bounce. The bounce is kind of cool too. You guys can go with whatever you like. You have your quick pull down. You can go right, left, or off. Smart pull down if you guys use that. And then of course you can disable the settings on the lock screen. Show brightness slider. You have your brightness icon. If you don't want to show the brightness icon, tick that off. Even if you don't want the brightness slider, tick it off. It's all up to you how you want to do that. Then underneath that is going to be your transparencies for both your quick settings panel and your quick settings header. Under notifications, force expanded notifications, you have your disable immersive mode, and then breathing missed calls, and breathing voicemail. And speaking of breathing, man, my allergies are killing me. Well, summer's almost over. I would rather deal with the allergies than winter, I'm telling you. Again, now we're going to get to where it just repeats itself. We've already went through every one of these settings, and yet they have them again, which I just think is so weird. I mean, it is what it is, but I just think it's weird. So, but we've been through all of these settings. And it just keeps going and going and going and going. I could just keep doing this, and it would just keep on going. That is just so weird. All right. We're going to go to the Temasek spare parts. You do have your app circle bar. If you guys are unfamiliar with the app circle bar, you basically turn it on, include some apps, and I'm just going to scroll down through here and just nonchalantly and without reason throw some on there. I'm going to hit OK. We're going to set up the trigger width, height, and position. And if I go back, because I don't want you to see that blue bar, because like I said, that blue bar doesn't show. But anyways, if you hit that area now, you're going to be greeted with this app circle bar that only has the apps in it that you put in it. There are no pre-installed apps in that location. They are only the apps that you put in it. So I am going to go back and shut it off so I don't inadvertently hit it while I'm doing the video. Then of course you have your app bar, which is basically the same thing, only it's a bar on the side. And I'm not even going to go through the setup for that because it's basically the same thing as the app circle bar, only you don't get that scrolling, rotating thing. It's just a bar over on one side. Next up is going to be your clock widget. This is where you definitely want to set your weather, at least your weather up for your temperature to show. But all this is your widget setting. So you want to have a location in here somewhere for your temperature to show. You don't have to put a custom location, but you do have to have the display weather on and give it permission. Gesture Anywhere is up next. If you guys use that, these are the settings for that. Lock screen settings. You have your lock screen weather. Yes, show lock screen weather. I didn't even set this up yet. Condition, condition I like to go with colored. Color all icons, absolutely. We're going to just go with supplied colors that they have up top. Notifications, lock screen notification count. You guys can set that up if you want. I don't like my notifications showing on a lock screen. I don't even run with ambient display, so but you guys can do with it what you want. Go ahead and set these up. It's not that hard to do. I probably should have done it beforehand, but there we go. It's also got double tap to sleep on the lock screen if you wanted to use that, and lock screen torch. And last but not least are your lock screen fonts. I'm going to go with Robo, just a standard. I've found that some of the other settings causes your time and your clock to be too large, and some of it gets cut off. So, but that's where that's at. Next up is going to be your recents panel. You can show only running apps if you want. Then you have your AOSP recents, which is what I like to run. I am running in full screen, and when you do tick full screen on, you get the options to run to show your clock, your date, and then you have clear all tasks, your location. They do give you the 6 positions. Another nice thing about this ROM is they give you the RAM memory bar along with the show search bar. So if you guys like both of them, run them both. If you don't want any of them, don't run any of them. Then of course they have the hidden apps. You can pick if you want to hide any apps. And then if you like the slim recents, that option is there. And if you go with the slim recents, basically what you do is you turn that on. You go down through, set up your recents, and that would make your recents look like the KitKat style, which I don't use. And of course there's going to be nothing there because I cleared them out when I put the theme on. So I am definitely going to shut that off. I like to run the standard recents, which is, that. And I just killed it. Alright, let's see, where were we? Last but not least is going to be the screen animations. They are basically standard animations that we're used to using. They do have the 3-finger gesture on there and floating windows. If you guys use the floating windows, there you have it. You could go with the gesture anywhere and the slim action and pi. So that's pretty cool. And that is pretty much it. I don't think there are any more settings that I normally go through with you guys. I can tell you this, the ROM is running outstanding. I've had no lag, no jitters with the, I haven't had any screen fracturing or anything like that. It's running very nicely. And again, Temasek has always been one of those ROMs that has always run good for me. I don't know why I haven't flashed it or done a review on this sooner. I should have. It just sucks. Again, it sucks bad that this is going to be the last build. So, I mean, if you guys want to run it, now's the time to go throw her on, because there are probably not going to be any more security updates or anything for it. So, anyways, guys, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. I do want to thank all of my subscribers, and I will see you on the next one.